This demo will show new capabilities of Expert Framework Extension 7 for the design of weldments made by flat plates. It allows you to design weldments by flat plates with the same ease of use and parametric modeling approach than the design of beam structures with EFX. In the same way you can design beam structures by using a curve skeleton, you have to define a skeleton by curves, datum points or datum surfaces to define the basic outline of your plate weldment. In this case, just one extruded surface feature was created to design a small console by flat plates. To design with flat plates in EFX equipment library, there is an extended plate library. It has plates which can be placed by clicking 3 corner points or 3 lines or 3 side planes. The same with 4, 5, 6 and so on points, lines or side planes. In this case I select a plate by 4 lines. You see the dialog box opens and I have to select the 4 bounding lines counterclockwise. So I select them in counterclockwise orientation. I can specify a thickness. I have to specify the attach option, which means attach option 1. It goes in top of the surface defined by these 4 bounding edges. Option 2 means it is centered to this plane, and option 3 means in back of this plane. In this case we want the plate on top of this plane, so we choose attach option 1. Then we also can specify offset values at the edges. In this case we want at edge 2 and 4 a 10 mm offset. So the plate is created like this. Of course it is also possible to copy this plate or assemble a copy of it. So we have to click the 4 edges. Now we want to have it at the bottom of this plane, so we choose attach option 3, and now you see it's a copy of this plate is assembled with the same configuration, means the same thickness and the same offset values. Now I choose a new plate, click these 4 lines here, and it should be in the back of this surface, so I choose option 3. So you see you get the plate in the same size than the surface. Now I assemble same part again, and again choose select the edges in a counterclockwise orientation, and now it should be on the front side. In the same way you can define plates by lines, you also can define it in example by planes. Just specify the bounding planes. So in this case maybe I specify the bottom plane of this extruded surface feature, but it is also possible to select surfaces of other parts, like here the inside surface of this part. And I have to define the attachment plane. In this case the center plane. And the plate should be centered to this center plane, so I choose option 2. Now you see the plate is created. Now you can see that in some areas we have overlap between the plates. For example here This plate has the size of the surface, so we get some overlap here. Also, when designing this plate, we pick the bottom surface here, so this plate also is overlapping. To fix this, we can use EFX Joint functionality in this area. These replace surface joints work pretty similar to the joints of beam ends of the regular EFX Joint functionality. Here you can see you can move a surface, like in example this lower surface of this plate, up to this surface, and now you see if the plate surface is moved, so it is aligned to this surface. We can do the same here in this corner, but here probably we will not cut exactly along this surface, because this will give us a cut angle at the side surface of the plate, so we want a perpendicular cut. We can achieve this with this type of joint, so we want to cut this surface on this surface, but we want to cut it with 90 degree and along the intersection line with the inner surface of the plate. So you see, you get this plate cut like this. The same we do here on the upper side with the outside plane. So cut this down to this surface along this plane. So now we have fit the plane into this the plate into the other two planes. Of course, it is possible to add some more features to this part with regular Pro E functionality, like making chamfers here or similar. And of course, it's a fully parametric design. So for example, if we modify the plate thickness here to 20 millimeter, then we see that the size of this plate has changed, and also the size of this plate is adjusted. And the same happens if we modify the dimensions of the skeleton. And regenerate, then of course all plates and cuts and so on are updated.